Breaking news out of Encino, where a security guard has been wounded outside of a music executive's home.
Gigi Graciette is live there with all the details. Gigi.
And the man, we're told, is fighting for his life. He's in his early 30s in critical condition and at last check was in surgery. You are looking live at this private road here in Encino. LAPD and their investigators still here. Take a look at this video just shot for you. You can see police officers around a guard shack, and that is where it is believed that security guard was shot multiple times around 2:30 this morning. 911 receiving many calls from people who said they heard 3 to 4 gunshots, and it's possible the victim was alert and conscious and managed to call 911 himself, telling police that he had just been shot here at the home. The suspects, 3 men, all reportedly armed with guns, wearing hoodies, took off running right after the shooting. Now, the multi-million-dollar home belongs to Amir Ismailian, better known as Cash XO, who together with recording artist The Weeknd founded XO Records and has made quite a name for himself in the music industry. At least 4 people were inside the home at the time of the shooting, and it is believed that the security guard was working for Ismailian, who earlier we were told was at home at the time of the shooting. We're working to confirm that. Again, a man left fighting for his life after being shot here. Police working on the theory that this was possibly an attempted burglary or home invasion, but they ran into the security guard first, shot him, and then those suspects took off running. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right.
There we are, D Street. Woo-wee. Hey, these boys and these guns, they gonna learn, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Oh, we coming through. Yeah, hey, we took the private jet to Italy today, baby. We in Italy right now.
Boys in Italy, boy.
We in Italy right now, Street. Look at them.
That's nice, dog. Look at that, man. That's nice, man. You ever been to Italy before?
Nah, I've been to Olive Garden.
What?
I'm saying that's the closest I've ever been was Olive Garden, dog. And that's salad off the thing, but
I used to watch The Sopranos.
I've seen A Bronx Tale.
I ate at Carrabba's the other day. Yeah, I had some Italy before.
I had some spaghetti.
You had some spaghetti?
Yeah. With the meatballs. Spaghetti and the meatballs.
I love watching The Godfather.
I put some Italian dressing on my salad.
Did you know?
I did. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I surely did. What else you got for me? Shout out to Lewis. Mamma mia.
Pizza. What's going on with you, bro?
I went to the youth fair and got an Italian sausage. No Diddy.
I remember I used to get them 20 men on Mario and Luigi and Nintendo. But that was a long time ago, boy. Christ, that was a long time ago.
I had some French toast sticks. Oh, my bad. Anyway, I blew it.
LV say 20 men is wild. LV, go to the corner. 5 minutes. 5 minutes in the corner.
LV, you got 5 minutes in the corner of that boat coming through right there. Go on and float away. You got 5 minutes.
20 minutes.
Man, we dual casting this thing, man. This is Hayes Street. I'm Coach Hayes. That's my dog over there, D Streeter, man.
Yeah.
We in Italy,
hold on,
right?
man. We got celebrity in the house, dog. Shout out to my boy Lamb Liddy down there, Kenny Lamb, man. Kenny Lamb done produced everybody from Alvin and the Chipmunks to Beyonce, dog. Everybody, dog.
Man, dog. That's the homie, man. Listen, shout out to Kenny, man. He used to live right behind me, man. Yeah.
No, You should hear me and Kanan on the phone 3 o'clock in the morning breaking down Drake and Kendrick beef.
I bet he got A's. Shout to Kanan, man. He was a killer on the drums too now, and on that football field. Yeah, and on that football field.
Now hear me. What's the boy New Orleans OC? Quay. Kanan and Quay was on the same team, right?
No,
at
I think
FAMU.
at FAM, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think maybe so. I don't know. I thought Quay was a little older, but maybe so. I'm not sure. Nah, but yeah. Quay only, man. Nah, but I think he was Edison in high school.
That's Kanan Lamb, man, with the New Orleans winner, but he ended up being a world-class producer. Produced a lot of Missy stuff. I know he produced I Broke the Windows Out Your Car. He was about to produce
Sullivan, yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan. I know he produced Beyonce. He did work with Rick Ross. He discovered Suki Hunter. Then she went left.
Or maybe right. Ain't no telling which way that thing went.
But she got herself to a bag. You know what I'm saying? She got herself to a bag. But since today, story time, though. Right?
Quick question. Suki Hunter, she from Miami?
Suki not. What's Suki from, Lamb?
I don't know. I didn't know if she was from Miami or not.
He discovered Suki, man, and she was like really big on social media at the time. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And it was like, is she talented? Isn't she talented? But I looked at it and I was like, yeah, she's talented. She's witty. She's daring.
Delaware.
Yeah, and I was there the night that her first time she was on Love and Hip Hop. Kanan invited me there, and that was the same night LSU played Clemson. And they said Sunshine had never lost a college football game. And I looked at Lamb and I said, he going to lose tonight. So Joe Burrow did not come here to play with him. He going to lose tonight. And Joe Burrow did not come here to play with him.
Oh, man. Delaware. I done been through Delaware. It take about 25, 30 minutes to drive through Delaware.
Yeah?
Bruh.
Oh, Delaware. Yeah. I drove that before, headed to New York, man, to get unemployment. After I left the military, I thought I was gonna go to New York and get unemployment because I thought the unemployment was higher. That was the dumbest decision I ever made in my life,
bro. Delaware about big as Liberty City, dog. Straight up, straight down.
Suki from Delaware. Whoa. So listen, today's story time, man. Me and Hayes said we are gonna come in here and just tell some of our unique stories, man. And I got one. Now Lamb done popped up in here. You feel me?
Okay.
I met Lamb in high school. I had a headset and I was playing Jay-Z, Can I Get Open? This is the first Jay-Z with Jazzo. Lions, Tigers, Bears. Oh my God. Goodness gracious. That Jay-Z. Before he turned into cool, big nose Jay-Z, he was a fast rapper. And I was listening to it over and over, rewinding the tape in class. And Lamb grew up, mom, daddy, church boy, playing the drums, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was talking, I let him hear it. I gave him one headphone in class, right?
So y'all like this?
He had never heard it before, you know what I'm saying? He had never, this was before he was Lamb Track Studio, knowing everybody in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And he had never heard it before. We started vibing, dog, listening to it, you know what I'm saying? And I've heard him tell the story before. I wish y'all would let him tell it. You know what I'm saying?
On the link.
I went on to make beats. You know what I'm saying? I went on to make beats, but nowhere near. I had my own little record label. Nowhere near the level this man banged out. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but it kind of started there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That thing could have been Lamb Street.
Lamb Street.
Lamb Street Studios.
He said it was Wu-Tang. He said it was Wu-Tang first. We used to be in class, one head in the front of the class too. I don't even know how we did that. Where was the teacher, Lamb? We was in front of the class. My baby mama was over here. Didn't know she was gonna be my baby mama, but she was over there to the left. And we was in front of the class listening to the headphones. Where the fuck was the teacher?
Bro, I don't know. Hold on, y'all was at New Orleans, right?
At New Orleans, yeah.
Oh, Man, teacher was in the teacher parking lot drinking that cane juice, dog. Don't worry about it.
No, dog. Where was the teacher, dog?
The teacher
no,
was in this. The teacher was in the teacher parking lot drinking cane juice. Y'all stop.
Nah, but yeah, man. Wu-Tang, Jay-Z, Jazzo, and he always said it kind of like started there for him, man. But he turned out to be world class.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Producer, you know what I'm saying? And a hell of a wide receiver, dog. I ain't for a light skinned dude. I ain't for a light skinned dude. You ain't for a light skinned dude.
Matter of fact, real quick, when I got the job, tell me if I'm wrong, Kanan. I got the job at Norland. There was a board. Of course, the new school is there now, but there was a board, and I think he had the record at Norland for like the most reception. I want to say it was like 78, 79 receptions at Norland. Like there was a record up there. It was like a board used to be in that 1-3 hallway in the very front. They used to call it the 1-3 hallway. I don't know what y'all call it. I think y'all had colors back then. We used to skip out there. My bad, mama. I was in school. I wasn't skipping. But anyway, yeah. But here go my Lamb family story since we talking about it. Shout out to Pastor Lamb. Used to have a bus. Huh? He used to have a bus that used to take the kids. Because you know, back then they had what they call M&M transfer, minority majority. So, you know, we lived in Carroll City, of course, but we would go to Miami Lakes Elementary and Miami Lakes Middle School. So Pastor Lamb had a bus service that everybody, well, you know, people used to get on the bus to go there because, you know, they wouldn't take a school bus to pick us up. You could go there as long as you could find your way. So shout out to that. And I'm gonna go back now. I used to go to summer Bible study. It was like a summertime, but it was Bible study back when his dad had the church in the warehouses. Back before I think it was Spirit of Christ when they had the church in the warehouses. Tell me if I'm wrong right there. Yeah, he talking about the bus service. Listen, them white vans used to be rolling, man. I remember our bus got shot at one. Well, it didn't get shot at. We was driving through the middle of a shootout right there on 42nd. I don't know if you remember. You weren't on that bus with us, Ken, because you went to another school, but we was riding, and I forgot you had a cousin used to drive a heavy set cat, man. Used to drive the bus, dog. Man.
Vacation Bible School, he said.
Vacation Bible School, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know who this young lady was. You remember, speaking of music, Eric B. and Rakim, right? Right? Eric B. and Rakim. Remember that?
Of course.
What was the name of the song? He said, and we had to do something for that.
Which one? Ain't no joke.
No, hold on.
Ain't nothing but
sweat inside my hand. What's that right there?
I dig into my lock it off with one and spit. I dig deeper.
Not at all.
Still pulling up with lint. That wasn't that
How did it start?
I ain't no joke.
No.
It wasn't I ain't no joke.
Yeah, but that's
ain't
not
no joke. You used to let that is how it started, ain't it?
Oh, but that line right there. Hold on, man.
What was the hook?
Oh, Kanan, he passed away. I didn't know that, man. Yeah, that was his cousin, man. He was a funny cat, bro.
Thinking of a master plan. Daryl Page just said.
Thank you, CP. Okay. There was a young lady at the Vacation Bible School, and she remixed that. And she says, thinking of a master plan, it ain't nothing but a Bible inside my hand. So I dig into my pocket, all my money was spent, but I dig deeper, still coming up with lint. Then she flipped it. Well, I turned the pages of my Bible in the word and something. I remember that like yesterday, dog. I don't know why I remember that.
How you remember this, man?
Bro, some of the craziest stuff in life we remember. Why? I have no idea. But that was right. I don't know who the young lady was. If she was to walk up to me today and say that was me, I would have to believe her. I can tell you, but I remember. And I was like, dang, she killing it, bro. But I remember that. Thinking of a master plan, ain't nothing but the Bible inside my hand. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to her, man. I don't know who she is, but shout out to her, man. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, man. I didn't know your cousin. I didn't know you passed, bro. Sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, bro.
But no, that's a cool way, dog. Cool way to start off, man. It's the day storytelling day, so that's a cool way to start it off, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna go back. Now, our parents was cool too, not Kanan. Our parents was cool. I don't know if you remember. It was to be very funny, to be honest, not being funny, but it was okay to handle. I think because I was a year older than Kane. I think I'm a year older than Kane. But he a year younger than you, right?
Yeah, a year or two.
Yeah, I think he's a year younger than us. Just one by one. And back then it was okay to people used to pass over baby clothes and stuff like that, that kind of thing. Now it's an insult if you try to help somebody. But I remember my mom saying that, man. I remember my mom talking about that, but that's all right. That's all right, man. Tell your folks I said hello, man, and wish them all the best, man. My mom too. Anyway,
so what's going on, bro?
Nothing, man. So let's talk about this, man. We in Italy right now. We just jumped off the private jet, the digital private jet, and we floating through this thing, man. Quick question, man. Let's talk about this. What may be one of the craziest things that, because I know you used to go, especially when you kind of started off Footballville, I would assume, looking at the channel, a lot of it dealt with youth football, right? I would assume.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's one of the craziest games or things that happened at one of them youth football games, bro? Like, I'm trying to get love and hip hop-ish, dog. Was it mama's fighting that somebody want to fight the coach because he ain't play shorty, or you know what I mean? Whatever.
Ooh. That I was actually at?
That you were there. Yeah, like you were filming, whatever you were doing. You're doing your Footballville thing, and you were like, oh, Lord, this thing here finna go left.
Maybe not. The first one come to mind, man, is when we had War Ready football. We used to War Ready during COVID. We created War Ready, and we would the teams didn't really have the leagues didn't know if they were going to play during COVID. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really sure, and we created a tournament throughout Florida, in different places in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And it was called War Ready, and we would invite teams in. We would invite teams in from different places because they didn't have anywhere to play. And at one of our tournaments, I think we were in where were we? Like in Tampa somewhere, man. I got there, and a friend of mine whose son was playing in the tournament, man. If I knew you were asking, I would pull up the video. It was his son's first football game, but I got there. He was arguing with a dude. I think one of the coaches on the team, man. You know how the coaches get into it all the time. Right. And Hayes, I think you froze, Hayes. Check that out.
Yeah, I was listening because I'm gonna have to cut it off and cut back, but I didn't want to interrupt your story. I'm just not that good at standing that still. But
hey, yeah. So
and telling your story, I'm gonna log this off.
And he was getting into it with a dude, and I think they had like a little scuffle, if I can remember this right. And the dude went to his car. And now you got, and this thing, the same coaching staff. Same coaching staff. Dude with his car got a gun. He done pulled his gun out, man. They fighting in the parking lot, man. And it was kind of surreal. It was kind of surreal that it would go that bad with the same staff. You know what I'm saying? That may be the wildest thing. That may be the wildest thing I ever saw. And maybe the wildest thing I ever saw in like youth football, other than being at Carol City Northwestern, 5,000 people in the stands, the trash pile, and then you see the other side of the stands. Everybody starts running down the stands, and then they start screaming, they shooting. Like witnessing that in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like that was pretty bad. But right off the top, that's like the first thing that come to mind, man. War Ready, man, and them boys, coaching staff getting into it and put out guns on each other. Coaching staffs. Yeah, that was kind of that was kind of surreal. Let me think of some more, anything else crazy that has happened.
I think I'm back.
Lamb said he played in a game where they were shooting at trash pile.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. So no, I think that's if I could think of some crazy youth football stuff right off the top, that comes to mind. That's the first thing coming to mind. Coaching staff pulling out guns on each other and fighting. Women, girlfriends fighting girlfriends, and yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's like, and you think about it, that's back then, and that stuff still happening today. Who was it? Whose brother, man, played in the league, ended up shooting the dude at the game, man, killing the guy.
Oh yeah, the brother, Salib Khalib,
yeah. Wow.
I think that was in Texas.
Texas, yeah. Was it Texas? Yeah, Texas, man.
I think he's in prison now. I think he's in prison now.
Bro, about a football game, dog.
Yeah, I mean, men, we get a little
that ego.
Yeah, it get outside the football game, then it turn into something else, man. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it make you tough shooting anybody. I don't think it make it tough. If somebody make you mad enough to have to shoot them at a football game, I don't think that make you tough. I don't subscribe to that. I don't understand that. I don't subscribe to that. Like, I'm trying not to let people make me that mad.
I agree. Like, I've been watching like First 48 and stuff, bro. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm looking at these people in their face. And I'm like, bro, you finna ride, dog? Like, you finna ride out? Like, you finna ride, bro? Because, and there's half of the stuff be the stupidest thing. I saw a kid, matter of fact, I watched this, was it yesterday? A kid in Texas from South Oak Cliff in Dallas had an Oregon offer. This was 2013-ish, I believe. You know, when you watching Prime Video or something like that, they got the old episodes on. And I'm watching it, and the detective sitting up there like, oh, good play. So I looked this dude up to see if I could pull up his huddle, and it's up there. This man lost 2 years of his life because he just drove the car. He was a high school student, dog. For driving the car. And the dude he in the car with, we talk about people knowing who you with. The dude they got that actually did the shooting, he was driving. And he claimed that he just took him over there. They thought they had beef. They was going to have a fight. They ended up doing a drive-by. But the dude in the car, now this cat's supposed to be going to college. The dude in the car like, well, I sit on the code. Well, I'm on the code. Blah, blah, blah. He talking big time tough. And this little kid like, man, I didn't know. They was my friends, and they said they wanted to fight, and that's what I thought. And this man, he went to jail for 2 years, but lost his scholarship. And his mama went in the room, bro. And when his mama went in the room, you know the first thing he said? I'm talking about how mindset. Mom, I'm not gonna be able to play the rest of the season.
Dang. That's the least of your words, young man.
Bruh.
That's it.
Bro, the first thing his mama just broke down, bro.
Yeah, that's the least of your worries, dog. Wow.
Ooh, good question. Lamb. Question. What does one do with competitive nature after a life of football? You like to start that streak?
NCAA 2024. It's in the game. It's in the game, Lamb. You better get your sticks on. You better, boys, get paid to go live and play these. You better get your video game. You better get your Fortnite on.
His stick. Well, Lamb, I'll say this. The same thing that made you successful, me, everybody else, we took it to something that we love to do. You love music. You took that same competitive nature to the keyboard, drum machine, whatever it is that you do, however you produce the music. That ain't my world, so I don't know. And the same thing here. For me, it was coaching, and now this. Like, I look at this as a sport, dog. Like, I'm trying to have the best, optics and experience for the viewer. Like it once you have that in you, it's in you. You know what I mean? So that's what you do. So whatever you do after football, that beast doesn't die. You know what I mean? For most of it doesn't die. You just carry it on to a new arena. And that's really what it is, man. So that's what, I'll just say that to answer the question. That's what you do with it. You just channel it instead of diving for that long pass. You know what I mean? You dive into that keyboard or that beat machine and you dive into them crates of records looking for that hit sample that ain't nobody got yet. You know what I'm saying? I know that's
but what about that dude? What about that dude like Jamal Crawford, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson, like those guys that it seemed as if all they ever did was play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mahmoud was in the Big Three. He was like 50, bro, in the Big Three, like, and still could play. Like, what about guys like that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you saw this video of Darryl Green backpedaling the other day.
You saw it.
Backpedal. Like what about guys like that? Where it's like they dedicated everything to the game, they did it right, they made it to the highest level, and it's like that's all you know.
Here's what I'll say, Street, and this might not be a popular opinion, but I do believe in life you should have a hobby. I'm not saying that you should not be engulfed in your work, right? Especially in the early stages. But if you don't have a hobby,
Mm-hmm.
meaning you do something different, still can be competitive. A lot of guys pick up golf, stuff like that. You can suffocate yourself in that. Like for me, I like to go hunting. It's something different. It's still competitive, trying to do this, blah, 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 whatever. But you got to be able to do something different, bro, because it can consume you. It can consume you. And the unfortunate thing about sport, especially about athletes, you're going to hang the cleats up. The boxing gloves, the tennis shoes, the racket, whatever it is, the bat, whatever you use, you're going to hang it up because age is your enemy.
Right.
And if you've done something like a Tom Brady, think about it. He's 45 when he retired, something like that. Think about it. This man probably been playing since he was 5. This man has done this for 40 years. 40 years.
That's wild.
And look at those cheekbones. No Diddy. I'm just saying. My goodness, that guy there's. I was being funny, guys, about the roast. Y'all, relax. Mm-hmm. On Twitter me to death. But I was just saying, you think about him for 40 years. Like, what does he do now? Well, what he did was he created businesses as he went, the TB12 thing and all of those other things. So he'll stay pretty busy. Yeah, it's tough.
I talked to Kenny Phillips about this, and he was saying that like a lot of athletes like mentally really deal with adjusting after, because it's hard to adjust walking out on Sundays and Saturdays, 100,000 people yelling for you, and then it stops
like that.
Yeah, I saw Karl Malone in the hotel lobby one day, and nobody knew who he was. And I called my homeboy Frog, and I say, Frog, boy, we officially old. Because our childhood heroes, people don't even recognize them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So that's the part he'd say mentally a lot of them have problem dealing with. Like Channing Crowder talks about it, like being able to walk out in front of 80,000 at Gators in a swamp and raise their arms, and everybody, it was like having a remote.
Go nuts. Go nuts.
Everybody go nuts. Right. It's like having a remote. And he said, then the power is gone. Now your kids, your wife won't listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's hard to deal. It's hard to deal with. And you got like 50 years of life left.
Right. Right. That's what I was telling people, man. Shout out to Joe. We were talking. For those who don't know, Joe Milton played for me, drafted to the New England Patriots. And we've had these conversations before, but I was telling him, I said, Joe, always remember, have a retire. I never talked about plan B. Everybody, when you say that, it's got this negative connotation to it. People think like, oh, plan B means you think I'm a fail. And I remember telling him, I said, Joe, make sure you start forming or having ideas of a retirement plan because you're going to retire. I say, even if you're blessed to have a career like Tom Brady, play till you 45, Joe, you 23 years old now, and you can play till you 45. You're going to hang them up. I say, and by that time, you'll be my age today. You're still young. You can't just lay in the bed every day. You understand what I mean? Because back to what Caney said, that competitive nature gonna make you get out that bed. So start formulating those ideas now. But anyway, here's what's even funny. At least those guys, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, perfect.
Go ahead.
Those guys right there played on and had their light kind of turned off, or maybe retired and they turned their own light off. What about the left guard for Alabama, who been starting 4 years, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. They go win the natty, da, da, da. Now, Monday is the national championship. Tuesday, they looking for a job.
Right. Nobody to hit.
Holy shit.
No 2 days.
And you 22. You're 23. You're 22, 23 years old, bro.
It's just over. And everybody for the rest of your life want to talk to you about Alabama football.
And you trying to ignore it.
Right. Shout out to Coach Kane with the $5. He said you set aside for what you love.
Thank you, man.
I think a lot of I think a lot of people don't find out. You know how many people go through life and don't find out what they're passionate about? Like they don't ever find out who they are or what they love. You know what I'm saying? What they love. And even if you do love football, like outside of football, like who are you? Like what do you like doing? A lot of them, like I see this college kids all the time. They tie their life to football. And if they're not doing anything, they're not on social media until they get on the field. They get on the field, they make a play. Now they're on social media, they putting up the pictures. So yeah, a lot of people don't ever find out the thing that they love or passionate about, or what you would do for free. Wake up in the morning to do for free.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dog. And like that's the crazy part about it. You always think about that, man. When you because that clock gonna hit zero at some point in life, whether it's at your hand or the hand of a coach, a decision maker. The clock is gonna hit zero. It will be your last game in some form or fashion. And I remember talking to Duke. Duke called in one time, and he just retired.
Right.
And Duke said, "Coach, I'm gonna play this thing till all 32 of them say no." I said, "What you?" He's all 32 teams got to tell me no. And I was like, man, that's awesome, bro. But it's funny to see a kid like Duke, right, come in at 9th grade. He played at Norland, got him that 9th grade. Watch him go through his high school career, go through Miami Hurricane career, go to college career, and call himself retired. Like, I'm like you. I'm officially old, dog. Like Dwayne Bowe and these boys. I remember, dog, them being in CSI getting in trouble. And they talking about they retired from a job.
Right. Right. For Duke to just come out and say he retired, right? I know he still wanted to play football. You know what I'm saying? For a fact. I know that for a fact. He still wanted to play. And sometimes the game ends like you don't make that call. I remember Najee Davenport explaining to me he had just worked out. He was working out and he knew it was over. He was working out and he just stopped and said, "Man, I'm finna go to Waffle House." IHOP. What was Waffle House? IHOP. And that was it. He realized that that's it. I'm done chasing the chase. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, this is Duke Johnson in high school, Duke versus Glaze Central. An electric night, bro. We went in there, and Glaze Central had the Gatorade Player of the Year, William Likely, a running back on their team. And this was a playoff game. Duke them last year. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Since the story time. I remember going in there, bro, and I hadn't seen a high school atmosphere like this. This was kind of like New Orleans Central versus the West, right? But then you add in some big real grills, the grilling the hog, and half the crowd don't fit in the stands.
That's right.
It was a different, bro. It was a different thing, and they was. For people that don't understand, like Glaze Central, maybe Hayes, maybe you can help me with it. And that's Duke right there. That's me recording from the stands. This is when I didn't know how to get on the sideline. When I first started footballville, I thought it was something special to be on the sideline. I didn't know how to get there. Glaze Central is like, kind of reminds me of Booger T. Like, they get who they get, and they coach it up, and it's a lot of, they're not big, but it's a lot of football passion in their culture and in the way they play the game. They play it tough, they corral to the ball, and they play football in a tough way. How do you explain that, Hayes? Like, what am I trying to say, dog?
Well, it's ingrained in them, right? You're in a small area, Belgrade, Florida, /Pahokee. You know, that's the Muck Bowl. And they're probably about maybe 5 or 10 minutes apart. And that's the only thing smoking. So you're a Belgrade person or a Pahokee person. You're born and raised and bred through that. Everybody in your family, if he was a male, played on that team. They have a legacy. Great players have gone through there. And there's no real competition of other teams stealing your player. It's not like Miami, 50 high school.
Right.
You got Central trying to get the same kid, Northwestern trying to get Edison, trying to get this kid. This is where you are, so you got to deal with it. It's not like, oh, I'm going to transfer over here because coach tried me. Man, deal with it. It's almost like a varsity blues feel. That's the best way I can say. Friday Night Lights, right?
Right.
It's the only thing smoking.
It was electric, dog. It was electric. And I remember going there, and this old man in the stands was kind of like, boy, y'all ain't never seen nothing like Will Likely. And Will Likely, they had done chosen as Florida's Gatorade Player of the Year over Duke, over Eric Flowers. Like, they had done chosen over Duke. He was Florida Gatorade Player of the Year. And I was just saying to myself, boy, we about to unleash something on Glaze Central, boy, y'all ain't never seen. I'm not sure Will Likely was even on the field. Now, I'll tell you this, the first quarter, this is how I explain Glaze Central, like a bunch of jackals, like a bunch of hyenas. I mean, like a bunch of hyenas. Like, they don't care if their tackle is small. They don't have a big D line. It's like a bunch of hyenas just with the passion of hunting and playing football, and that's how they win. And then every now and then, they'll have a star. You know what I'm saying? Like an NFL guy. Not every now and then. They actually did a lot. And they were able to corral Duke in the first quarter. It almost seemed as if they was as fast as him, right? And was beating him to the punch. But we had Eric Flowers on our offensive line.
They got worn down probably eventually.
And they eventually wore him down. And when they wore him down, he went to gashing them something serious, though. And this was the last run to the state title when Heidelberg started giving him the ball 25 times for the first time in his career. When he started giving it to him, like, listen, I ain't winning no state title yet. He started giving it to him 25, 30. And that was the first time he gave Duke the ball like that. And he started putting them up, boy, 180, 220, 323 yards.
Heidelberg out here in the eye back. I'm telling you, it's coming back in the eye back.
You think it's coming back, dog?
Oh, you can see it all.
About half after halftime, they wore him down, and he started doing this. I think I have it right here. I think he rushed for like, let's see. Let's see.
Nah, that's wild though, man. Speaking of that, while you talking about that, like I say, let me see. Oh, dang, I had a story on the tip of my tongue, man, talking about Jackson. When I was at Jackson was like that when we played a Popka, right? We had probably 40 players on our team. Man, we jumped out on a Popka, right? So we had this cannon. I don't know if Jackson, y'all let me know if y'all notice if Jackson still shoot the cannon at the games. If so, guess who's responsible for that? This guy right here. This guy responsible for the cannon.
One second, Hayes. He had 250. He had 258 yards that night, and he was just getting started in the playoff.
Stank with it.
That right there was me and my homeboy right there. Hey, South Florida Sports Network.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was ours.
I used to see it, but but y'all boys ran the line through the ESPN too. Look at y'all boy, SFSN.
That was us.
So we played. So Jackson, we come up to play Popka. Everybody's heard of a Popka, Warren Sapp, and all those guys, Merriweather, and so forth. We get, first of all, they send us to a church to eat. They give our kids an entire chicken, dog, not a Cornish hen. I know what a Cornish hen is, but not a Cornish hen, an entire chicken. Now, remember, these boys off 36th Street, Alapata, stuff like that, right? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Bro, we like, no. We cutting the thing in half. Y'all take this, we save it for later, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we jump out. We jump out on the right street. Let me fix this so people can see, because I know I'm probably real small. So we jump out on them. Bro, we take the opening kickoff. Holla to the crib. A Popka, as all people know, are blue and white, right? And they'll have a little gray in there. They wore all black uniforms. All black uniforms. I ain't paying no attention. We score. We had again, with the general, so our ROTC guy, I forgot his name, Colonel something. But anyway, he fires that thing. Bam! And it shoots 10 gauge blank shells. That's what it shoots. The cannon ain't no bigger than this, dog. It's a little thing. Bam! Bro, everybody in the stadium get down, think they shooting, dog. The police officer don't draw their weapon. They coming out. They like, nah, you got to put that up. You got to put that up. So we had to put it back under the bus, lock it, da. But anyway, we jump out on them. Bro, we like little bumblebees out there stinging. They had a dude named Tom White end up playing at Tennessee number 7. Bam! Lighten him up. Like they lighten him up, dog. And he went out. They brought another dude in. I'm like, dang. Eventually, they wore us down. But at halftime, the kids said, Coach, something ain't right. Looking like, I don't know, man. Say, Coach, they changed their jerseys, Coach. They changed their jersey. So Rick Darlington had never wore black uniforms ever. He was a coach there. They went in and made them change their jerseys from black back to the blue. Right? Because that he was superstitious like that. He was like, never again. So when I got the job up
you can do that?
I meant, yeah. You want to change jerseys?
Yeah.
He spent the whole time changing their jerseys, dog. But they wore us down, and then they end up getting us, dog. They was, because they was running the wing tee and all that stuff, and our kids were just tired, bro. We was worn out, man. Shout out to that team. That was a fun.
Who is on the screen? American Heritage and Central on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
American Heritage used to be, nobody played for them until they moved up.
Sonny Michelle them.
Sonny Michelle and them guys, man. Sonny Michelle and those guys. Uh-oh, Street. What's happening? Oh, we gotta fix it. Back to Little Italy. But anyway, they switched jerseys at halftime. I'm gonna see if I can pull that up, man.
I didn't know you could do that. I've seen a youth football team do that before. I didn't know you could do that in high school football.
Matter of fact, your boy actually made the highlight tape, John Drummond, Gen Ron.
Genron. I remember seeing his names on those highlight tapes.
Uh-huh.
Genron.
Is this it right here? Oh, this is their highlight tape. I can't see it.
So if y'all just get in here, man, hit the like button and share for us, man. The day me and Hayes came here and decided he'd come in here, man, just tell some football stories. And if you wonder where we at the bottom, we're in Italy down there. How much it cost to fly to Italy, dog?
It cost us nothing, dog. We on the PJ, baby.
How much it cost to fly to Italy, bro?
We on the PJ. What you talking about? Stop it.
Oh yeah, Joshua says Tony Michelle, Isaiah McKenzie, Torrance Gibson. I remember Torrance Gibson was Gibson was nasty.
Bro, they best player. So listen, their best player. Their best player was the kicker. His name was Morgan Marshall or Marshall Morgan. I don't know, a guy with two first names. But anyway, I watched him. We went to scout them play Dillard. This dude kicked a 59-yard field goal in high school to beat Dillard and cleared it, dog. The dude was kicking kickoffs through the upright in high school, bro. He ended up going to Georgia with Sony Michelle and them. I don't know why he never turned out, but bro, the defensive goal plan was they can't get to the 50, dog. They can't get to the 50 street. Dog, they could beat us field goals. That was the plan. Don't let, because Sony Michelle wasn't playing. He was hurt that game. So don't let him get to the 50. Because the dude right here, he cleaning them out, dog. He cleaned them out.
So listen, when I was in the military, in the Marine Corps, I was in a station in Beaufort, South Carolina. Beaufort, South Carolina is actually where Parris Island is. If you ever saw Full Metal Jacket, that's where they filmed Full Metal Jacket at. Private Powell, that movie, the whole drill instructor. But it was actually filmed at Parris Island. That's where you go to the Marine Corps boot camp. That you usually go there in California. But after boot camp, I was stationed at Parris Island. And Parris Island is in Beaufort. I think the base is bigger than the city. I don't know. I think the base is bigger than it is out in town. 13,000 people population in Beaufort, South Carolina. They claim the fame was that Forrest Gump was shot there. Bubblegum Shrimp. The scene where he come meet the family on the porch. That was their claim to fame, dog. And it was one little girl I was messing with. She was like, that's the girl. She was on the porch. She was the girl on the porch with him. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that was their claim to fame. But they had two high schools. They had Battery Creek and Beaufort, where I was in the military, and that's it. Now, I'm coming from Miami. Now, high school football is crazy down here. And now I'm in a town where it's two high schools. And one year they started telling me, hey, man, Battery Creek got a kid out there, man. You should come see him play. Now, this was way before football play. I was in the military. I was just a football fan, big football fan. I was like, come on, man. Like, how good could it be? They was like, well, he went to a camp, and they say Florida State like him. Like, man, Florida State don't like nobody from no Battery Creek High School, bro. Like, I'm young, and I'm like, come on, man. Florida State did not travel to Beaufort, South Carolina to see somebody from Battery Creek play. So my homeboy begged me to go see him play, and we finally went out there and watched him play. He was like a linebacker, running back, did everything for the team. He was the big, all muscle, biggest dude on the team. And I watched him play, and I was like, nah, man, it ain't no way that they're recruiting that dude. Even though he was big, but he didn't come off to me. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't seen football at his highest level in South Florida. It didn't come off to me as somebody that Florida State would be recruiting. Fast forward maybe a year later, I'm watching football, right? Miami versus Florida State. And guess who that kid was? It was Greg Jones, the running back from Florida State. That ran up, yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. It was Greg Jones. And they actually was recruiting him. And we all know the story. You know what I'm saying? We all know he ran all over Miami. He allegedly ran Sean Taylor over in that year they played in Dolphin Stadium. But no, he was a freak athlete, bro, and he was a big country strong dude. And I guess they saw something in him.
Bro, wasn't he the dude that played when they played North Carolina? He punched that dude in the side, like stiff arm, and like, oh my god,
right here, I think.
You go right here. I was just talking about it right here. Bam!
You just got Greg Jones. Wasn't it the game when? Wasn't it the game? That's the Sean Taylor. That's the Sean Taylor thing, right? The one right there when he allegedly ran Sean Taylor over. You know what I'm saying? They just showed it.
I just talked about it and it came up. Yeah, bro.
That was crazy, right?
Look at this.
Now,
woo. Oh my god, bro.
That was Dre Bly. That was Dre Bly. He did that too.
What?
That was right. That was Dolphin Stadium right there when he got the best of Sean Taylor.
Yeah.
Dog. And so at the time, my kid's mom was dating Buster Davis, the linebacker from Florida State. She went to Florida State. And that day they played Florida State and Miami, they came to eat at my baby mama's brother's house. Huge Florida State fan. You know what he asked that man before he walked out there that night?
Who is he?
He said, bro, my baby mama brother. They came to his house to eat dinner. Buster Davis brought Greg Jones and a few dudes over there. He asked that man a day before the game. He said, dog, just do me one favor. Run Sean Taylor over.
Oh, but he was a Florida State fan. That's okay. I get it.
Huge Florida State fan. Dog. He asked that man to do him one favor. Sean Taylor over. That's a big feat. Now, that was a huge feat because Sean Taylor had not got the best of him at Florida State in their rain game. I think it was the rain game at Florida State. With him and Greg, he knocked Greg Jones out on the sideline. But this dude, man, was a country, just a strong guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He turned into a running back. He probably could have been anything. He probably could have been a linebacker. Probably could have been anything. Yeah, but I'll never live that down, Hayes. I was totally in denial that Florida State would come to Beaufort, South Carolina to recruit a kid, dog. I want to buy it.
If you good, dog. And I'm telling you, back then, it wasn't like no huddle tapes. You had to know that dude was there. Somebody knew somebody that knew somebody. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it is today. You had the recruiting services, Bluestein and them guys back in the day, writing articles and going all over the place. And yeah, it ain't like it was back in the day, bro.
Right.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this.
Yeah, I was dead. I was totally in denial on that, dog. I was dead wrong. Dog, you don't got no crazy coaching stories, dog. I know you don't see everything in the locker room.
Oh, listen. So I'll just say this real quick. Speaking of Northwestern, we playing Northwestern. Get ready to go on the state. This is the game before state. Coaches had to be separated. It was about to go down. Police get in. You know, we all had school police. School police get involved. They got your boy back there locked hand for the game. Yeah, coach is about to get into it with the player. Players ready to fight. Dog, I'll never forget this, dog. So we do the prayer right before under the goalpost. And for those who don't know, Coach Dunn, you know, religious guy. And Coach Dunn used to pray at fourth quarter. Like at the end of the third, he bring the team up and they all prayed. That was his thing. Like between quarters.
Right.
Bro, before the game, you know, rest in peace to our D lineman at the time, Nigel Cawley. He was, you know, they were trying to get at him. Remember Coach Chop? I think he had Central still. I'm not sure what school he might be at. They call him, yeah, Coach Chop. He always been at Central New Orleans. You see him, dark skinned brother, man, cool. But all this was going down, though. It was nuts out there before this game. And you know, the teams are out there an hour and a half before the fans even show up. So this is going down with no audience, right? So long story short, dog, Dunn go to pray, and he going through his prayer. And he said, Lord, please forgive. He got full tears going down his eyes, dog. He's shivering and shaking. And he said, Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to say. But I want to kill all these motherfuckers. I said, oh my God. Dog. And I believe that was from his heart. Like he just, you know, it wasn't, it just, I think he just caught up. But dog, when I said set that team off, and guess what? Willie Pope, shout out to Andre Johnson's little brother, goes over the top to win that game 21-20, and that sends us to state. Right over the top. Boop. Plucked it right out of the top of the hand to go to state.
What happened before the game? It was a fight?
No, it was just not like, you know how you at the 50 and then the kids line up at the 45 so you don't see, and then it's jarring and talking and the coach is getting into it. Man, blah, 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 blah. And like it's just, it was out of control, dog. It really was, dog. It really was out of control, dog. And everybody was just like ready, dog. School police, Officer Conyers, he had me like this. The other dude talking to that. Dog, it was nuts, bro. It was nuts. And then we played Edison one year. We doing the handshake. I don't even know who Buddy is from Edison. That's why we tell kids, keep your helmets on when you do the handshake. Some dude came out of nowhere with the helmet, crating right across the top of the head, dog. And it was on and popping. Yeah, bro.
He started fighting?
Oh my God. We were playing, it was at Jackson was playing Edison, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
At Edison? At Jackson? Jackson?
Well,
Curtis Park or whatever?
I don't know if it was Curtis. It may have been Curtis Park. It may have been Curtis Park. It may have been. I think it was at Curtis Park. I think it was. Bro, I got a crazy story too. We playing Berlin Jesuit in the playoff. Bro, Berlin Jesuit, for y'all don't know, they look like Michigan Wolverine private school. Shout out to Don Chaney. Bro, we supposed to have home field advantage. These funky mother lovers called the state. Curtis Park was our home field on 20th Street. Bro, they called the state and said they didn't feel safe playing at Curtis Park at night. And the state changed the game to their house, dog. Yeah, bro, here go the worst part. When we get there, they locked the gate. We had to jump the gate to get in there, right? They watered the field down so it's muddy in the middle of the day because they don't have lights, so it's a day game, right? And then they had the announcer calling out play-by-play. Miami Jackson lines up in a 4 wide. Bro. Oh my God. I'm trying to remember. I don't know who the hell I don't know if it was at a big time play on that team, but yeah, man. Now that was fun, man. That was fun stuff.
So I got one more. I got a short one. So in high school, I got to cover Lamar Jackson. Now y'all have to understand that these guys aren't who they are in high school, right? So Lamar Jackson was out in Boynton, and he was kind of considered, I don't know if it was 3-star, 4-star. He was kind of considered like people from Dade County, Broward County. We're very pompous. We're very arrogant, right? Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was from Boynton, and I don't think people really took him serious. I don't know. I don't think people took him serious, or they just didn't, because he played for Boynton. Boynton would make it to the playoffs, and eventually go against Dalvin Cook and Joseph Yearby, and they would meet Central in a shootout, and they would lose. But I got to cover him the second time he faced Hollandale with Tyler Huntley and all those guys, Jalen Falk. I think Zach Moss was on that team. And I was the only. This is how I was the only guy there that recorded the game. I was the only one that recorded Tyler Huntley versus Lamar Jackson. That highlight is out there on YouTube. I was the only one recorded the game, and they went at it that night. So Lamar Jackson eventually goes to Louisville, right? And once again, he's a black quarterback. Like, people don't know if he's a quarterback and wide receiver. That whole fight going on. So he's sitting on Louisville's bench. And I remember one day at work, my homeboy Williams was like, we just didn't talk football. Simon Williams, who played for the University of Miami, big offensive lineman, he was a CO with me. And we would sit and talk football. And he said, we just talking. And he said, bro, you think do you think there'll ever be another Mike Vick? And because I had seen Lamar Jackson, right? Like, and I knew what he was. I had seen him roll out and throw the ball 60, 70 yards, bro. Like effortless. Kind of like Cam Ward looks in practice. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I looked at my homeboy Williams and I said, bro, listen. I said, Michael Vick is sitting on Louisville bench right now, right? And he didn't expect me to say that, right? Because all he expected me to say was there'll never be another Mike Vick. I said, no, Michael Vick is sitting on Louisville bench right now. He said, come on, man, Mike Vick. I say, bro, Louisville is about to unleash a cat. And like, because I was a Hurricane fan, and it always bothered me when we didn't get guys like him and Tutu Atwell, kind of like the Ja'Cory Brown thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know somebody could play. I say, dog, Louisville's about to unleash somebody on college football that maybe we have never seen before. And I told him that. And this game had to happen. This game had to happen maybe a few weeks later. It was like his coming out party when he went ham on Florida State, bro.
Look at this cat, dog. Jesus Christ. This song.
Hey, bro, listen. But to me, this is when I started realizing that editing all those film kind of gave me a skill set that I can look at guys and kind of like a Rolodex in my head and compare them to each other. I didn't understand why colleges couldn't see what I saw.
And this where Will Likely went? Did he go to Louisville?
He went to Maryland.
Maryland, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't understand what colleges couldn't see what me and Lamar Thomas saw, because Lamar Thomas knew it too.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Lamar Thomas, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
But what I saw was somebody that was faster than everybody. But I also saw somebody that could back up, and he was so creative with his passing game. And I knew he would just keep getting better and better. I knew whatever he had to adapt to, he would. Once he got to the NFL and I realized that he was faster than guys in the NFL, Hayes, I knew it was over. Because I didn't think he would be faster than the NFL guys. Yeah, when I saw him get to the NFL and he started playing with guys and dancing in the middle of the defense, I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, he on one. Real quick, I got to roll this up, man, because we got another show coming up. But listen, man, listen. Yeah, Lamar Jackson. Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater, speaking of Louisville. Coming to head coach, man, he did a stand-up thing. I guess he's just starting his spring practice at the West. Let me see if we can maybe not get hit so hard. Starting his spring practice at the West, and everybody was around the gate. And he told the team to go over there and thank the people, man. So shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. I think he'll do great things at the West, at his alma mater, man.
Right.
Coach,
that's how you do it.
One of the best players I've seen, man. One of the good football minds and everything else. Great job, man. I don't see how in the back cage that might take us out of here. Literally, we might be you might have to put the skull emojis up, because I must have watched this thing a gazillion times, Street. And I don't know why it's so funny to me. I don't know why it's funny, dog, but I don't see how. right here, man. This job is straight hilarious to me. But yeah.
You ready?
This was fun, dog. Yeah, dog. Make it. Can you make it bigger than that?
I don't know, dog. I don't know. How we make it big? Let's see.
No, man. No Diddy.
There you go. No
Look at this foolishness, dog. Look at this foolishness.
Overhead chop that time.
I don't know why this guy's so funny, dog. Watch this.
Walking the ropes now, Santana Jackson.
Santana Jackson.
Into the arm. A flurry of chops now from Santana. Bailey blocks that attempt, puts in the midsection.
Bro, why this so
Jackson
funny?
up the rope, cuts the clothesline. Capitalize on this advantage.
That is funny.
Hitting those ropes. God damn, that's nice. Now with it. Jackson reverses the whip. Still, with Santana, I mean, there's look at how do you prepare for that? And Owen walking to the corner and now walking the ropes.
Hey, man, where did you find this, bro?
Bro, my Twitter algorithm is out of control. My Instagram algorithm is out of control,
Man,
bro.
Where did
I
you
don't
find
know.
that, man?
Bro, you see the stuff that I bookmark and save just for my I don't see hows, dog. My algorithm is bananas, bro. I don't know how in the world Michael Jackson, but dog, when the man spun around with the perfect arm bar, I said, yes, Lord. He on one, boy. That job was too funny, man.
I don't see how. See how Dog thought. Dog saw this video and then thought it applied to him.
Your friend is fine as fuck. Why the hell are you letting him outside?
Hey, man.
He said whatever that was. If your boyfriend is fine as F, why do you let him outside?
Yes.
Why do you let me outside?
Why not?
Do you find me attractive?
Yes.
Do you care about me?
Yes.
You think I'm fine?
Yes.
Why do you let me outside?
Why not?
Did you let the cat outside?
No.
Why not?
Because somebody would take her. Nobody's taking you. Let's be honest.
Oh, damn.
If your boyfriend is fine as fuck,
Yeah,
why the hell are you letting him outside?
Hey, man.
Yes.
Why do you
Taking fun of himself. No, that's
Bro.
going to be the new thing now. White guys take these little black sayings from these women and then just turn it into something else. Man.
Bro. She said,
He
because
said
somebody,
nobody's taking you.
bro, she said, because somebody going to take the cat. That's messed up, Street. That's messed up, man. But man, let's get out of here. I got 5 minutes to this next episode, and I'm gonna probably be late. We might as well just call it 8:45. It is what it is, man. But yeah, man, let's chop this thing up, man. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Over 200 some people, man. We've been dual streaming this on both sides, on both channels. We call it both sides of the street, man. We just call it Hayes Street, just to have fun with it. I'm Coach Hayes. That's my man D Streeter. And we do this just having fun, man, bringing in daily content about latest sport topics or whatever the case may be. This is a dead period kind of right now in sports. So we may not be just talking about sports. It's okay. Ain't a big deal. Life goes on. But you know what it is. We're going to always have fun on the block. Ain't that right, Street?
Always, though.
It's always a good time on the block. So
sports, culture, Bitcoin, the ball.
Bitcoin, ball, and beyond. Speaking of
Sports.
Bitcoin, speaking of Bitcoin, Street, I need to have a talk with you, dog.
Woo, that thing got 62. Bout the boat.
That thing was getting ugly. But anyway.
That thing got 62.
Yeah, anyway, man. Shout out to it, man. Let me get this thing rocking and rolling. I got to get up at you. So with all that being said, we appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat street. We out of here. Peace.